I think we can start out by saying that all of the entire planet can rest assured, not just America, but the whole planet. Rest assured knowing it, these aliens that are out there, coming from wherever, and they've been here and they might still be here, who knows, you know? If they really wanted to hurt us and destroy our species and wipe out our planet, they would have done so a long time ago. But I think it's safe to say they're not doing that. Because we've had all these centuries or whatever of UFO encounters and everything, and we're not dead and wiped out. We still have a human, and you're staring at one. So, relax, dude. I don't know what they're here for, but as your president of the United States of America in 2020, dude, I'm going to tell you all about it. Harder crime enforcement. Here's one. I think all the people on weed charges that are in jail and prison and everything that's just on weed, dude, you need to be let out. We got overcrowding, and you're not in there for anything major. Get out. You know, so by yeah, right, dude, I can't even think. My brain goes a million miles a minute. Like, by midnight, my first day, dude, I'd let everyone out by midnight. If you're only in there on a weed charge, and it's not just to try and hold you on something while they're searching and searching, you know, at that rate, you need to stay in jail. But, I mean, if you're in there because you got busted with a weed, you know, with a pound or a couple pounds, whatever, you know what I mean, or a couple plants, and, you know, like, if you got busted with a pipe on you or something, you know, who cares? Other drugs, though, we have a problem with, and we really need to enforce that. With other crime enforcement, I want to say when it comes to the death penalty, I posted up earlier online from the actual death penalty website and everything, how much it costs us annually to keep someone on death row. They're supposed to die. And looking at those numbers that I shared with you earlier on Facebook and Twitter and everything, which also goes back to my IMDb and all that, come on, man. Those are some big numbers. So it takes about a year to go through the whole court system when it comes to, you know, being put on death row, right? Because I understand there's all appeals and what have you. It takes about a year. Okay. You go through your year. Once your year's over, your whole court thing is over, right? Whether it's a year or not, I don't care. You've got 30 days to die. We're not keeping you alive. We're going to kill you. If you were sentenced to die, I'm not spending money for the rest of my life to make sure that you have bread and butter with the rest of your meals. If you were sentenced to die, I'm spending money for no reason. And you need to die as quickly as possible. Humanely as possible and all that too, blah blah blah. Let's be right about it. Come on, dude. That's not right. We're spending billions of dollars every year just to keep people on death row, and that's per person. That's like paying other countries to be our friend. When we've got all kinds of problems and homelessness and people going hungry in our own country, no. I'd like everyone to have an emergency kit in their yard, in the middle of their yard. Everyone knows what to do for an emergency kit. Go out and spend like $5-10 on a plastic tub, you know, a little bin, you know what I mean? And go put that in the middle of your yard and put a giant plastic bag around it so it doesn't get wet or anything, you know what I mean? But keep it in your yard. You never know what's going to happen. I live in Los Angeles now. I've lived in other parts of the world, or America. I've lived in Mexico too, right? But I've dealt with earthquakes and hurricanes and tornadoes and fires and everything. You need an earthquake kit. You need something that's not just for earthquake, it's for everything, you know? God forbid something happens. You at least want to have the insurance of knowing you've already set something aside and it's there when you need it. Jobs. We have a lot of problems when it comes to jobs in America. Tell me your opinions. How do we make it better? Because it'll get better. I'm not taking no for an answer. Other things, we need to heal our planet, not just our countries and our economy and our people that are on this planet and everything. We need to heal the planet. We need to find things that are going to reduce pollution and, all levels of pollution, not just one type, okay? We need to heal this planet because we're on it. This is a beautiful ball that I live on. I want to keep it beautiful. I've known some people in my life that are like, why do I care? With an F word before that. And they're all like, let's pave it all and make it a parking lot. One giant parking lot, cover the whole entire planet. You're stupid. Hunger is a big issue here. We waste so much food. With all of the food America wastes, you can at least help half, if not more, of all of those people going hungry. You need to do it, because what if somebody somewhere down the line says, no, you don't deserve it? Are you going to tell them you don't deserve to eat? Well, why should you be the one to tell somebody else they don't deserve to eat, and I'd rather throw my stuff in the garbage than give it to someone? It can't be like that. We have so many problems in our country. I've written down so many things, when it comes to our rights and wages and fairness in wages between gender and, world peace and police cams. And I've got a ton of ideas written down. I want to hear yours. Tell me what you think we can do to help better our country. And if you've got some great ideas, I don't care if you're 10 or if you're living in some foreign land that'll never even set foot here. If you've got something that's really going to help, we need to hear it. Come on, dude. Every month, month to month, I want to lay out in our first month all of what's going on and all of our financial issues and everything. And then every single month, with the help of TMZ, I want our country and our whole world to know, but I want our country to be aware of how much of an impact we're having on a month-to-month scale. And anything we need to address along the way, we address it right then and there. We don't hold it off. We deal with it. If there's issues to deal with, it's done. So when it comes to my presidency, I've got hair, dude. It might be going gray and it's not the color I normally have it. I don't care, dude. I don't care about all these other issues going on in the country. I'll take it off. I don't really care what's going on with other people running for political offices, and they're like, oh, you did this and you did that and you did that and you're an awful person and my hair's real. And it's not about standing at a podium and telling people how awful they are and how you're going to do a great job, but you don't even cover anything about doing a great job. You don't, really, when it comes to some of these people that have been running in office right now at 2015, how many of them have you heard actually sit down and say, these are some of the things I'd like to do. Now, what are your ideas and what can we do to help make this better? And please tell me, and here's my email address, and it will be me personally that reads them and writes back to you. How many of them are doing that? How many of them are pointing fingers and just acting like 3-year-olds who had their cookies taken away? I don't want to be that guy. I want to run for your president of the United States of America in 2020. I want to come to you with all of these issues and give you a month-to-month fact. This is what's going on, this is the impact we've had, and this is the next month we've had, and this is the impact we've had, and look, this needs to change, so let's address this now. TMZ poll, do we want to change it or not? And there you go. Y'all say yes or y'all say no. If you say yes, bam. Okay, by tomorrow morning we'll have the papers all drawn up, and then it will be official. Is that what you want? Yes or no? You say yes, bam, it's done. Our country should be the one running the presidency's office. You know what I mean? Like, it should be everyone, not just a couple of people in office. I want everyone's opinion all over the world, not just here in America. What can we do to help our country? If you have a valid thought or opinion, I want to know, because it's valid with me. And even when it comes to making like giant solar powered, ice cube makers to go throw in the North Pole and South Pole to try and help cool the waters down so we can reduce some of the rising, you know what I mean? That might be a stupid thing to say. Very idiotic, because I came up with that idea when I was a child. So what, man? Maybe we could come up with something like that to help. Who's to say we're not going to be able to? You can't. Nobody can say that. And if it's something worth trying that's going to help, ultimately, we all know if we try this, it's to help our country and help our planet. If it doesn't work, we'll address it. If it works, you'll know and we'll go from there. That's how I want to run the presidency. I'm not just an actor, guitar player, an artist, and all kinds of crap that I've done in life, woodworker and everything, working in antique stores, and I've worked in fast food. I've worked in all kinds of crappy jobs. I'll tell you where the worst jobs I've ever had are. I don't care. That's their problem. They're the one that did it, not me. But we all can come together as a country, and we can lead ourselves out of debt better than our country has done for ourselves. And I want everyone in the country to feel like they have a say and that they're being heard, no matter how stupid it sounds. I gave you my email addresses. Write to me, my loves. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Namaste. And some other things. I am a proud Freemason. I think it's about time we put a Freemason back into office. Why? Because those are the best ones that we've had. If you want anyone to rule this country and do a good job, it doesn't take this kind of a person or that kind of a person. Oh God, we couldn't have that kind of a person. But if you're going to pick the ideal person to run our country, you want a Freemason to do it. With the help of TMZ every single month, putting all of our stuff right out there for all of you to see and vote on every month, we can make changes that will not only have an impact for the better and the betterment of all mankind here in not just our country, but our entire planet. To me, that's worth doing. And it's worth talking about and worth spending time on TV with TMZ, with polls and everything, just to try and come up with something that really is going to help. But like I said, we need to help on the lowest economic levels on up. And those people that are making a whole lot more money than everyone else, you really need to be taxed a little bit more, and I'm sorry. It's not meant to ruin your day. It's not meant for you to say, okay, well, I guess I can't drive my Ferrari today and I'll have to do it tomorrow. Give me a break, dude. I love you. Namaste.